Hello, I am Jody Wolf, and you're watching Expoz. Today is September 23, 2014 at 12:44 a.m. Birmingham, Alabama. And the topic today is Tom Horn's Beast Tech. This is a subject, a book, and a discussion. He had a talk on it at the Orlando Prophecy Summit back in March, and this is a new book, and it's Beast Tech. Ironically, when he was talking about it, let me tell you what he used as for an example. Should something like this happen, he said somewhere in the world there will be some kind of bird flu, or maybe some kind of bug flu, or maybe some kind of virus that has once again gone unchecked. Doesn't this sound familiar, like what's going on down in Africa right now, and that we bring two of them here to the CDC in Atlanta, Georgia, the Center of Disease Control? Tom Horn talked just about that. Just the very same subject, but he did it back in March. Wow, it's interesting that something like that's here. That virus can escape quite easy, and it can run through a country quite quickly. Now, what is one way that when the time comes, the Antichrist can get you to take the mark of the beast? Virus, Ebola, some other virus. Namely, for example, what are you going to do if they offer to give you this shot where they will inject you with a grain-sized rice somewhere in your hand or in your forehead? And the reason they mention these places because these two places have the highest heat content in your body. Or even swallow a pill that where the outside is your stomach acids will eat it away, but yet it remains. And this pill has a little chip in it, and this chip has everything about you. You walk into a bank, they automatically know your name, how much money is in your pocket, how much money is in your account, and you don't need to even tell them to show them your ID. That's what Beast Tech's about, and that's where things are going to come. They're going to head that way soon. He also talked about some may present this to you in a different way and tell you, look, we have a serious outbreak that may get a very large portion of our country. You need to take this. If you don't take this, then we're going to house you in a facility to keep you away from them. Not keep them quarantined, but quarantine you. That sounds like taking the good guys out because the good guys don't want to be involved with that stuff. What about you? Sounds like that to me. What if they tell you, look, we know that you're getting sicker, and as of now, you have 3 days to live. So we're going to go ahead and give you this inoculation. But you know what? It's got some side effects, and the side effects are, one, it's going to make you live a pain-free life, and we'll extend it for 500 years. Wow, does that sound good? That's to me. What if they go a step further and threaten you with it? And you got a child that's dying of this escaped virus. You got a hard decision to make. We're going to have to give your child that injection. And this is the only thing we have that'll fix it. And if you calculate what they have, write it down, study it, look at it, and see where they're going to put it, you think, wow, that's just what the Bible said would happen in the end days. That the mark of the beast would be put in the right hand or the forehead. Ironically, these people want to put it in the same place. But your child is dying. You got a 10-year-old there. Look, guy, you got 3 days, and they're dead if you don't give them that inoculation that will cure her or him. Well, again, that would be a very hard one, but we must remember what that is. The mark of the beast is the mark of the beast. Plain and simple. The mark of the beast will change your DNA. It'll add a chromosome. And you're no longer human. And when the Nephilim fell, or the fallen angels fell, had offspring, called them Nephilim, even the fallen angels went to Enoch. Say, Enoch, go to God and speak for us and get him to forgive us. God said, that's an unforgivable offense that you did there, guys. And you got an offspring that's not God made. They're not welcome in my kingdom. That's an unforgivable defense, or for these offense. And they, the Nephilim, they don't even have a soul anyway. I think God has to breathe a soul into you, right? Anyway, the beast check. Tom Horn talked about that. Tom Horn talked about all the problems, all the biblical values that point at what's going to happen and what things are going to be like. And this is what it's like. This is what it's like. And it won't take but one day for every country to pack this stuff in to a jet that puts out a chemtrail that will infect hundreds of millions of people overnight. And the Bible even says in the first intrusion, the first thing that happens when the rapture occurs is a third of all people will die. Look, if you sit and watch every zombie movie they ever created from day one and watch them 10 times over, every one they've ever made, if they made 1,000 or 10,000 of them, you still don't add up to how many people will die daily in real life by this pandemic. This disease is coming upon people. But God will take care of his own. If you're saved, you're his own. You belong to God. Don't fall for it. For nothing, for no reason, for nobody. You belong to God when you act out loud, John 3:16. You belong to God. Nobody can take that away. Jodo of Expoz.